After closing out Wednesday's practice, just trying to get ready for Washington. You know, every week's a different deal. These guys shift, motion, move a lot, and it takes a lot of discipline, mental discipline, just to make sure you're lined up, your eyes in the right place. And I think that's the biggest thing right now that we're trying to focus on. Got a lot of new things to learn. Their guys are extremely talented. Quarterback's young, but he picked up the offense very well. A couple of explosive receivers that do a nice job. Their leading receiver, as far as catches go, is a running back, which is a little unusual for us. But I'm just trying to get things cleaned up and finish up this week preparation.
They have, I think they've had somewhere around 8 or 9 offensive linemen play and a whole bunch of different combinations that they've worked with, including two freshmen playing on their starting line at times. How do you gauge that line and not seeing, similar personnel from game to game?
The biggest thing we try to do is be who we are every week, and then for us it's hard to know what the matchup is on film. We just got to feel that matchup when we go in person, so we just kind of take our technique and our assignments and stuff and then go into the game.
What do they do so well to get that running back out into space?
The biggest thing is all their shifts and motions, and they got a lot of misdirection before the snap as well as after the snap, and then all of a sudden guys aren't fitting the right gaps and the right holes.
Browning obviously is very, very similar to Jared in a lot of respects. How has facing Jared in practice every day kind of helped you guys maybe prepare a little bit for what Browning brings to the table?
Well, it does some. We don't get to see Jared a lot in practice like we did early in camp, but the one thing is obviously playing against Jared helps you get ready for whoever you're looking at, and this guy, he is similar, and he knows what he's doing within their offense.
They have some spread elements to their offense, but they also use their tight ends quite a bit. How does that change preparation?
I think the biggest thing is their tight ends are in the game, but it doesn't mean they're tight ends. They may be tight ends, they may be fullbacks, they may be detached as wideouts, and you got to understand where those guys are located and who they are and for the intent of what they're doing.
Looking at Browning, what has he done so well as a true freshman that's really impressed you?
I think the biggest thing is he doesn't make mistakes. He knows what he's doing. He stays within himself. He doesn't try to make plays. He just takes plays that are there.
What can you learn from what you guys did last year? Because I think the defense last year, you guys only gave up 17 points. And the offense gave a few of the other ones. What can you learn and what can you take from last year and apply it to this year?
I think the biggest thing is just understanding the tempo of all the shifts and emotions and being in the right place and eye discipline. That's the biggest thing that can happen with all the motions and shifts. You only have so many seconds to get lined up and get your eyes located in the right place, and that's the biggest thing.
Is it a big adjustment going from playing a zone read type guy in Gerard Hurd to playing a guy who's going to pretty much stay put in Browning?
Yeah, it is, because the one thing that you find with Browning is he's more of a passer, knows what he's going with the ball, and is probably a little more accurate. Where last week Hurd made a lot of plays with his feet and people came open. This guy lets people come open and then he makes the throws.
Cameron Walker said the other day that the 3 wheel routes that you guys missed on, those were just, and he said those were just plain blown assignments. We just messed up. Their eyes were in different spots. How do you assess?
Well, there's some coverage mistakes in there, be it from the coaching staff angle, and bottom line is that's my responsibility. But that's something that we spent time to work on to make sure that we're all on the same page.
What were the biggest adjustments you made from the second quarter through halftime and the third quarter? Third quarter, you shut him out again.
Right, and the biggest thing is take away the mistakes, like the 3rd and 20, the wheel route against Texas, and then we had the other one over on our sideline, and to just not give up the big plays, just be where you're supposed to be. And that's where we settled down, talked about it at halftime. This is what was going on. This is how we had to handle it, and that was the biggest difference.
How's Devontae Wilson done today? How much did he practice?
He's gone some, and I really kind of be a game time decision on him.
How much did not having him affect what you guys were able to do there in the third?
We rotate so much that I don't really even know who's in there most of the time. We try to rotate, and we're kind of a committee defense, not just at defensive line, but really at defensive line, but at other positions too, and that's what we are.
Saw Griffin Pyatt getting more and more, steadily more and more, really between last week and this week, more involved. He was in 7 on the other day. How's he progressing?
He's coming along. He's not ready for game time yet, but he's progressing, and if he can just keep coming at this pace, we'll have him for a while, I think.